So I just want to share with you guys today 3 keys. The first one, well, not 3 keys, but I just want to talk about 3 different things with you guys. The first thing is time, the second thing is energy, and the third thing is self, or identity, as Brother James called it. So, time, that is the most expensive thing that we tend to waste. If you think about it, we all got 24 hours in a day. We all sleep about 8 hours a day. If you go to work or school, that's another 8 hours. So now you only really have 8 hours to do the thing that you want to do. Oh dang, I forgot. You take maybe an hour to get to school, an hour to get home, and then you may talk to your girlfriend, your family. So actually you really have about 4 hours. 4 hours in a day to really try and improve or try to be great. But we don't realize that. We spend so much time worried about the wrong things that we don't grow. We stay stagnant. And one thing that I know is that when you're stagnant, you're dead. So if you're not moving around, you're not improving, you're not seeking new things, then you always going to be in the same place. And so secondly, I want to talk to you guys about energy. This goes also back to the time thing. The time that you guys spend giving energy to things that aren't beneficial to you, it takes away from the time that you guys could be focusing on yourself. Trey just talked about how he was going through some stuff and he was trying to focus on all these other people, all these other things. But when he started to focus on self and his connection with God, he was like, man, I think this is it. So a lot of times we out here looking for other people to make us feel good or to do things for us to feel good. But in reality, if we don't feel good inside, we'll never truly feel good. And so I think that the second that we build a relationship with ourselves, that is when we truly flourish, and then we are able to share that same love and happiness that we have in ourselves and share that with other people. And then third, is being self-aware. I don't know when I discovered this trait, but I think that it's very key that everybody picks it up at some point in their life. Being self-aware, just understanding like, hey, these are things that I can do, these are things that I can't, but I'm gonna still try some of these things just so that I know. I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and then hopefully it makes sense to you guys, and I'm gonna try to bring it back together. So there was this farmer that settled in Africa, and when he settled in Africa, he basically bought this land for nothing, but the soil was hard to till. And for those that don't know what till is, it's basically what tilling is. It's basically preparing the soil in order for you to, plant crops and your food, your tomatoes, and all this good stuff. And so he really wasn't able to be the farmer that he thought he would be. But he had heard some stories from some of his neighbors. They were like, hey, there are guys that are searching the countryside and finding diamonds. It's a quick way to get rich. Who wouldn't want to go find some diamonds and get rich? So he just was like, man, it sounds good, it's too good to be true. And he continued to work on his farm. And then, he kept working, until one day he was like, man, forget this. I'm about to go sell this farm, and I'm about to go search for these diamonds, because everybody else finding diamonds, where am I? And so, literally, day after day, year after year, this man searched for these diamonds, but he never found them. He kept searching, but he never found the diamonds that he was chasing, that somebody told him about. He searched so long, and he got so frustrated that one day he just jumped in the river and drowned himself. That's deep. And at the very same time, the person that he sold his farm to for practically nothing discovered a lump in his ground, a lump in his home, and he like, dang, what is this? So of course he dug up the ground, and it was a rock that looked very strange, you know what I mean? So he actually took that rock and he discovered that it was a diamond. And so now he was like, dang, if I found one here, let me look around this farm. So he looked around the farm and actually found that this was one of the most, I forget how they describe it, but this is one of the richest diamond mines in the world. Now, why do you think I told y'all this story? Anybody? Let me see what you got to say.
You want to work on yourself first before you try and worry about anything outside of, your domain.
Yeah. So what he said was, you want to focus on yourself before you worry about the external, and that's half right. So the point of this story, and I think a lot of you guys can relate to this, God has given you everything that you already need. You just got to realize it. So all the time that you spend listening to your mom, listening to your dad, and I'm not saying don't listen to your mom and dad, don't get me wrong, but if your mom wants you to be a lawyer, but you truly want to play basketball, you are doing yourself a disservice by following what your mom is telling you to do, because she's not you. You know, I talked to Brother James a lot about my parents because I actually didn't have a great relationship with either of them growing up. But he brought to my attention that it was never their jobs to live my life. Their job was simply to get me here, and that was it. Once I get here in this world that we're in now with you guys, it is up to us to make all of our dreams come true or chase the goals that we have for ourselves. Because it's not your mom's job, it's not your girlfriend's job, it's none of these people's jobs to make these things happen. It's our jobs to, strap up our boots and make it happen. So the whole story about the diamond mine is that worry about what you have at home, learn what you need to learn about yourself, what makes you happy, what makes you tick. Learn those things, because when you start to know yourself, you will realize that nobody external can make you mad, nobody can make you happy. Those are emotions that you are giving away. Nobody can make you mad. Understand that. Nobody can make you mad. And the last thing I'm gonna say is that a lot of people, please pay attention to the signs that God puts in your life. Like, some people will say, "Man, like I keep turning to this way, but what God trying to tell me?" Well, maybe if you look the other way, maybe He just telling you don't go that way. So pay attention to the signs that He present to you. They may come in forms of people, places, things, whatever. Just pay attention to it and make sure that you know yourself and you move accordingly. And lastly, if you guys are looking for anything to believe in, why not yourself? Start there, start with God, and then you can go to the next level. That's all I got for y'all.